Hello. So this is going to be my mini project one. So first I'm gonna go through what it says. Excuse me. The assignment is to build a simple finance tool that works on the internet. And I am to use driver and loops to go from crappy to better. And so basically I just have to make first loop a loop that works. And a concept. I have to pick a concept from session one or two. And I have to pick an example based off what I learned for session one. It says quick ratio calculator, loan payment calculator. But so basically, I didn't use the replit.com. I just went to ChatGPT and had it create me a loan calculator. Um, and here is the one that I created. Here's how it looks like. And if we do a preview of it, the loop one, here's the crappy version. And so if I enter, for an example, $5,000 and with an interest rate of, let's say, 20%, it has me calculate that and we can see that it's 6,000 and you can see that it's pretty crappy. If you do the math on a calculator, 10 times 20%, it's not that, it's 1,000. So if we look at the second one, which is the improved and better version at 20%, and without that, and the loan term is 2 years, it gives you that the 2054.48, which is way more specific and it's not as crappy. I also went into Gemini, and so the loop one is basically just very basic, and it's also very incorrect, and it assumes a simple 1 year loan, and it calculates the total repayment amount by just adding 1 year of simple interest to the principal. And the formula that was used was total payment equals loan payment plus loan payment times interest rate. And for the loop two, the formula that was used was the monthly payment equals the principal loan amount, and the monthly rate one plus the interest rate to the total number of payments, and then divide that by one plus the monthly interest rate to the total number of months, payment months, subtracted by one. And when that code is used, you can see that it's more effective and it gives you um, a much more accurate number. And so if we, wait, actually, hold on. So if we go back here and we get off of this, so I basically just really use Chat GPT to run everything for me because I tried using the Replit, I think that's what it's called, Replit.com. It wouldn't work for me for some reason. I signed up and still didn't work, so I just put it into Chat. I had to just make me an app, and it right here is that one, and then I also had to make me a loop three, um, which would be, give me a second. Computer is frozen. If I say show me loop three, here's the loop three that has more numbers to show for it, with the interest. loan amount that I entered, and the interest rate. So you can see that it's very much accurate, and it's better than the Loop 2. Shows you everything. And here's the code from the first loop. Okay, we can go from up here, from the loop 1, which is the crappy version, to the loop 2, which is getting better, and then the loop 3, which is basically the best point. And then the loop 1 was basically just a simple possible formula. It wasn't even like correct. And the second one's a real monthly payment, and then the third one was the whole amortization schedule. And so for some of the questions for Discover, the thing that annoys users most about the version 1 was the fact that it only shows the total loan and interest for 1 year, which really isn't realistic. It doesn't apply to the real world. And then users want monthly payments and the option to set the long term. They just don't want to pay like in in a year. They want it to be like a monthly thing. They don't want it to be like a yearly or biannually type of thing. The smallest fix that had the biggest impact was the adding the long-term input in years and using the actual real loan payment formula. And you can see it says it makes the tool useful for real world loans like mortgage, mortgages or car loans. So with the first one, when we didn't have the long-term input in years, it wasn't realistic. It was just like a hypothetical situation. And since it can't apply to the real world, then it's really not useful, and it's you can't really utilize it. So that's a problem. And then the thing that we implemented was adding an input loan for long terms, which was mentioned. And then we also applied the PMT formula to calculate the realistic monthly payments. And we use this currency for the formatting the results. And we can clearly see that's better. It's more efficient, and it's more real life like. Worked better too, and the results were much more easy to understand and clean. So what I did next after that for the evolve was I had the I had the AI add payment schedule table, or the amortization schedule, which I just showed just now. And the for reflection, the smallest, even the smallest upgrade, just adding one input made it made that app work so much better. And although it was a minor fix, it had a major impact in improving the app, and in making sure that it's more relatable, and it can be used better in the real world, and so that can help others with their loan payment scheduling and whatnot. So yeah, that's basically what I got. And here's another last look at the code. Yeah.